getting crazy out here, y'all. Stay focused. Let's go, KD. Take a look around you, you can find your way, babe. Yeah, take a look around you, you can find your way, babe.
Yeah, I ain't talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change the way. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Hey, you the one that say that. You and me go way back. When this whole thing over, I'ma send my invoice payday. You don't wanna say that. You don't want this payback. I keep my composure, this my kingdom, nigga, stay back. We had a couple of moments. You had a choice, nigga, own it. Your real colors, they showing. I'm real, nigga, I'm focused. When I come around, I'm fly with it. Stay moving, do buy with it. New sound, just vibe with it. Same truth and we die with it. I see it like it's an obstacle. I never sit on the fence. Nothing to me is impossible. Music of me to the end. Most of the shit is illogical. All of y'all niggas depend on what they pretend. Just think what you had. Stop looking at trends. You wearing your eyes like it's topical.
Clearly now, the pain is gone, the fame is on, and they play my song. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, it's real.
Yeah, I ain't talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change the way. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. New era, I got y'all. Real gang, we pop off, no knockoffs. Open eyes, we watch out. Mobilize, won't cop out. COVID-19 cops out, don't flop now. Open skies, we fly now. New agenda, they try now. Most y'all getting real scared of the headlines, we find out. End game getting real near. If you don't know, you behind now. Behind the times, government hide behind the lines. Most brands trying to monetize. All of us have to stay inside, don't socialize. Talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change the way. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe.
You already know this is about to be stupid.
How about the range? I'm feeling strange. I might be crazy. None of y'all phase me. I took a sip, I'm not acting my age. I took a trip, now they got me on stage. How about the range? How about the range? Whoa, it's a new range, new page. Got me in a new country, new stage. I ain't signed no deal, I'm too paid. I do not have chill, I'm too crazy. I do not take L's, I'm too Brady. I might be frosted, I'm not flaky. Don't know what it cost me, it's all gravy. Turn on that faucet and just pay me. Whoa, we gon' get it, bring it back. Maybe Donald is a Mac. Couple bottles, empty glass. New machine, I'm sending facts. Bump the headline, check the facts. I'm not a gangster, but I'm a gorilla. Hop on them drums when I'm feeling J Dilla. Come get your lady, cause I'm a just stiller.
How about the range? Whoa. Hey, yeah, I'm feeling strange. Whoa.
How about the range? I'm feeling strange. I might be crazy. None of y'all phase me. I took a sip, I'm not acting my age. I took a trip, now they got me on stage. How about the range? How about the range? Whoa, there's no comparison. Black in America, little too arrogant. I just embarrass y'all niggas irrelevant. I shouldn't mention it, that's royal etiquette. Out of my element, way too intelligent. Grab you a therapist, send him my sentiments. Neck full of sediments, caught me a Tesla and skirt through the valley. Dropped an investment in Silicon Valley. all of this cake, but I'm missing the patty. Might mess around and just move to Miami. Drums are so loud that they break in the chassis. King of the grass like a Lionel Messi. I am not crass, but my mental is messy. Mud in my glass while my pencil is sketching. All these rappers, but no one impressed me. Most of them actors I labels as testing. How about the range? Whoa. Hey, yeah, I'm feeling strange. Whoa. How about the range? I'm feeling strange. I might be crazy. None of your phase me. I took a sip, I'm not acting my age. I took a trip, now they got me on stage. How about the range? How about the range? Whoa. How about the range? I'm feeling strange. I might be crazy. None of your phase me. How about the range? Whoa. Hey, yeah, I'm feeling strange. Whoa. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, glowing up, but we still trapped. That's how a nigga survives. Flowing out, got the crowd packed. Yeah, that's how a nigga provides. Y'all insta this, y'all snap that, y'all diss this, and they snap back. Another mass shooting in the headlines. I'm like, damn, where that attack at? Cause y'all think this about race. They flaunt that shit in your face. It's like every day it's the same agenda. It's really not that hard to trace. Fuck it, we might as well face it. Accept it, whatever it's wrapped in. There'll come a day when they run out of grace. So me and my niggas stay trapping. Yeah, ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Hey, somewhere between who I wanted to be and then what I became. Ended up going my own way, but I couldn't stay in my lane. Now if I'm honest, I've taken a liking to wearing these chains. They hold me down, make it easier when I start feeling the pain. Out of the overflow, your heart, they say your mouth speaks. Well, my heart must be fucked up, cause I can't speak and I can't sleep. So I stay woke in this daydream. Got shit to do, got the world to see. Got the same crew, got some new fleets. There's an empire, fuck a boutique, that's real. I only say what I feel, got a new plate with the same meal. On a new hype with the same chill. Y'all too fake, I stay real. Got cast down from heaven, but I'm too good to stay in hell. I don't know where the story ends, but I keep writing like oh well. Yeah, I keep writing like oh well. Yeah, hey, I don't know where the story ends, but I keep writing like oh well. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah.
It's been a while since I dropped this shit. Swole fam, y'all better run this up. KD, let's go. Yeah.
I East Coast with that gang, West Coast with that gang, global with that gang. You know we don't play gang. East Coast with that gang, West Coast with that gang, global with that gang.
He's heating up.
East Coast with that gang, West Coast with that gang, global with that gang. You know we don't play gang. East Coast with that gang, West Coast with that gang, global with that gang. Yeah, you know we don't play gang. I'm blessed, I never said I didn't struggle. I finesse, I never said I didn't hustle. These niggas talk so loud, the way I move is subtle. I'm the ocean, but these niggas just a puddle. Ay, oh, I swear I'm delusional. These niggas ain't using me. They want my energy, ain't nothing new, this is usual. These figures confusing me. What's gotten into me? They say I'm using their cubicles. Clipping KD like some cuticles. None of this shit is excusable. Don't need a muse when I'm musical. Ay, whoa, I'm tired of stand for truth when nobody's doing it. Yeah, they're controlling the youth. Agenda of fusing them.
He's heating up.
We just abusing them, that's a fact. We try to roll with a ballad act. Fucking
The more you hate me, the more you will learn.
Get the fuck up out your little bubble.
They wanna ask how much it costs, I said it double. Gorilla beer, these niggas only rockin' stubble. The realest nigga make these bitches start to stumble.
He's on fire!
Aye, East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, Global with that gang gang, you know we don't play guys, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, Global with that gang gang, you know we don't play guys, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, Global with that gang gang, you know we don't play guys, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, Global with that gang gang, you know we don't play guys, yeah.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
What will your world be without me?
Go to the fucking gym.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testicles, testing. Welcome everyone to episode 29 hundo and 90 dose of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gangcast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, and slaycast in that realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes? Busses, hustles, and yo-hos. It's your boy Papa Swolio back with another episode. In today's episode, the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2, flexing on all you be
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
The fucking Catalina wine mixer.
All right, fam. Hashtag SwoleFam for a chance to win today's Swole card. Welcome back after a eventful weekend. I'm sure we might get into it. I posted a couple episodes on the podcast, so make sure you check out yesterday's episode in particular. I think it'll give you a lot of insights. So hopefully all of you are doing well. Welcome to 2992. And the hashtag is SwoleFam today. So drop that in the comments for a chance to win today's Swole card. As always, we have some new releases, which are going to be awesome. And I will give you some updates because we got a lot of stuff going on. Been working furiously on the app and not focusing all resources on getting that launched as soon as possible. And I will say that it is coming along really well. I'm sure a lot of you know when you're working on any major project, sometimes there's a roadblock, sometimes there's something that you're trying to get past, and then you just kind of keep on pushing and knocking at it. And it's just like, how are we going to get around this? And then all of a sudden, ooh, and then the clouds part, the stars align, and then we're able to move forward. So just kind of getting over some speed bumps and making it through. So looking forward to that. It's literally just getting better and better. So I will keep you posted, of course. Not only that, send out an accountability text every single Sunday asking the Swole fam, what are you working on this week and how specifically are you going to execute that? So we're going to read some of those posts. We're going to go over, really focus on the 7 pillars today because that's the best way to start the week. Every single Monday at 12 noon, we like to make sure we are organized. A lot of people have Monday as a negative in their book. They're going back to work. Oh my God, I go back to work. Oh, Monday, the grind. The Case of the Mondays from Office Space, that movie. But really, it's another day to get after the 7 pillars. It's another day to execute, and you should be grateful to be alive and to be able to work on yourself and do the things that we are so fortunate to be able to do. So make sure that you take today's episode and every episode with that mindset. And let's just jump right into those posts. And we do have some new releases. We got a new merch release, of course, because we're absolute fucking lunatics and we release new merch every single week. So before we get started, hit the thumbs up button, drop a comment down below. What are you smashing today? And of course, leave a 5-star review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you bang your ear holes. Share the show with your friends. It helps tremendously. Thank you for being here. Let's get into the first Swole fan post. Are you ready?
What's in the box?
Let's kick it off today with Danielle and Daniel. It's actually Daniel. Starting 12-hour shifts that are going to last until the beginning of next month. So I've stocked up on chicken titties and ribeye for easy dinners and healthy leftovers for lunch. Alarm is set for 4 a.m. as usual to hit the gym in the morning before I head to the office. Just got to avoid all the trash food they bring in during these long days. But that's usually pretty easy for me at this point. The long hours actually help because it keeps me away from anyone or anything that strays me from my nutrition plan. Oh, also starting creatine this week to see how it goes. Used it like 10 years ago combined with glutamine, and it seemed to help with soreness. So great news, Daniel. I agree. If you are in a position where you can't waver, you can't slack off, that might keep you more on track. To each their own, and whatever works for you. And as long as you are focusing and being consistent, you're stocking up on food. This is actually going to relate to some of our new releases and some things that we're preparing that we're really excited to release in X in preparation for the app. We're already starting to release content directed towards that. So we'll get into that later. Getting up at 4 a.m., training before you go to work. This is what I always recommend. If you have a set schedule, do it first, because I'm sure Daniel doesn't feel the energy to train after work. So you could drop in the live chat. Do you like to train before work or after? I always recommend, if you have a set schedule, train first, get out of the way. You'll feel better all day. I promise you. There's nothing better than going through your day with a sick pump. You're walking around and you're like, yeah, my glutes are feeling right and fucking tight. You know what I mean? Everyone's looking at you and you're got a nice bicep pump. Feels great. And creatine's fantastic. I take it every day. Just had some earlier today. I do take glutamine too with my electrolytes and such. So creatine's fantastic. I think you will enjoy it. And I definitely recommend it to anyone. And just start off with a couple grams. You can increase it when you feel ready to. You don't have to load or anything. But unless you have any specific medical conditions that say you shouldn't be, creatine is fantastic and I recommend it. Let's get into the next post. We got one from Eddie. Eddie is working on, zoom in, nutrition. This week, I'm shooting for as close to perfect as possible. Well, good luck with perfection, because that is not possible. But I would like some specifics. So I did ask, hey, give me specifically what you're going to work on. Eddie, you failed that test. I was asking what you're going to do. What does that mean to be perfect? What does that mean to improve your nutrition? So definitely get specific with your answers. I want to know what you're working on and how you're going to do it. So this tells me nothing. But I appreciate the sentiments. I'm glad you're working on your nutrition. And if you want to, Eddie, you can respond again to Swole Text. Just send me another message and let me know specifically what that means. Like, what are you doing to improve your nutrition? So get specific in the responses. Lacey says, being a fucking beast. You get some gorillas. Being a fucking beast, following the 7 pillars, training like I'm hungry for it, every day reading the 7 pillars to keep myself in check. And I definitely recommend that. Of course, I have a 7 pillars flag on my wall in the gym. I have in both of my gyms, the inside gym and the outside gym, I have a 7 pillars flag. So whether or not you make that your screensaver on your phone, you print it out, you have a flag yourself, you write it down every day, you journal. I mean, this is a great way to make sure you're staying focused. Are you focusing on your 7 pillars? And at the end of the day, at the beginning of the day, and at the end of the day, you can review. Did you actually do things to work on your 7 pillars? Did you eat properly? Did you keep your environment clean, your community? Did you not waste time with people that waste your time, that are not improving you, moving you forward? Did you do your training or your recovery, whatever it is on your programming? Did you meditate? Were you mindful today? Did you have instances where you were successful with that, et cetera, et cetera? So stay focused. And we will get into some questions. Maybe I'll take some in between here of the questions, but we'll take a few questions. as they come in. So drop in the chat, hashtag AskPapaSwolio. If you do have any questions, we will get to a couple. Let's get this one from Riley. Riley says, this week, Papa, it's getting back into the routine and really focusing on consistency. I recently went on a 2-week vacation, proud for holding the nutrition, but did not have access to a lot of weightlifting equipment. Obviously was able to do yoga and club swinging, but a little nervous to get back into lifting this week. So just getting into my lifting routine this week, where I'll be waking up every morning at 5 a.m. to go to the gym and either do my lift or yoga for that day. Good stuff. Good stuff. And remember, staying on your 7 pillars doesn't mean you don't enjoy your vacation. It doesn't mean you have to be lifting to your maximum capacity. You could do a little pivot or a shift and work more on mobility, but stay focused. There's day passes, there's gyms and hotels, and they might not have all the equipment. They might have a little bit of shitty equipment. They might not have anything, but you can still go for a walk. If you're at a beach, you can go for a walk on a beach, do some pull-ups at a park, or grab a tree branch and just do a little movement. It doesn't have to be something that necessarily stays directly on your program unless you're really serious about it. And then you can go and get a day pass and train and stay focused and maybe shift your training to maybe you're going for 2 weeks and you don't want to go to the gym every day, but you can do a full body workout 3 times while you're there. You can spread that out over 2 weeks and at least maintain and stay in the zone and then enjoy your days and do other stuff other times. Everyone's different, but there are definitely options. And I was talking about this with Mama Swolio just in general. When we talk about priorities, how many things can you prioritize? Essentially, there's only one thing that could be your top priority. There's only one thing. You can't top priority multiple things. Something has to be at the top, and then something has to be below that, and then something. So you might have, I'm not saying you can't prioritize a few things, but there's one thing, things have to be tiered. There's going to be a hierarchy of things of levels of importance. And if you're really truly following your 7 pillars, then you don't make excuses and you prioritize the things that you have to do to fill your cup. That way you could be more effective and more fulfilled to share that with others, with your family and such. Robert says, I'm a delivery driver. My route is 1.5 to 2 hours away from our home warehouse. I'm meal prepping ground feed beef, ground beef, and boiled ground feed beef, ground fed beef, grass fed beef. Maybe it's a typo. I'm meal prepping beef and boiled eggs for the road. That's my biggest struggle, is not eating or drinking crap while bored on the road. I also struggle having the energy to get to the gym after a 10 to 12 hour day. So let's break this down a little bit. Your route is 1.5 to 2 hours away. Wow. So yes, things like that are easy to eat. Ground beef, hard boiled eggs are great. Really, you can cook steak and chop it up. So people always ask me, Papa Swolio, what are good meals on the road? And I always laugh and it just blows my mind. Make the food, and this is not about Robert, but make the food that you're normally going to eat. Like if you're making steak, make steak, chop it up and use your finger and put it in your mouth or a fork. Like I would, on the road or in the car, I would eat the stuff that I would normally eat. I would just make it accessible to eat and I would just eat it in the car or eat it wherever. On a plane, on a train, eat the normal food. So there's certain things that you can adjust along the way, but it's practice. What foods do you like? What works best for you? And what's the manner in which you find best to eat it? And then do that. There's really no magic behind it. But if you're traveling, you want to do the same. You want to be bringing the food that you need where you need it and then adjust maybe how you cook it. For example, beef, you can meatballs, patties, ground beef. There's so many different ways you can do it. Bored on the road. Yeah. I mean, electrolytes, hydration, very important. And I'm wondering if you're eating or drinking crap, maybe it's to fill the boredom, but also, Robert, I mean, if you're driving around, maybe you don't have access to a bathroom all the time. Maybe that's a thing. Maybe you're just thirsty and you're just eating to satisfy actual thirst cravings. You're getting hunger cravings, but you're really thirsty. So I don't know how's your hydration. So keep that in mind. And if you don't have the energy after a 10 to 12 hour day, I'm sure you start early, but maybe you need to start earlier and lift first. Your route is 1.5 to 2 hours away. So again, I don't know what time you start. I'm sure it's really fucking early, but I wouldn't have energy after. That's why I always say do first or go first. I'm sure training at 3 or 4 a.m. might not be glamorous, but you'll definitely, I'm telling you, if you train first, I know you might have to be at the warehouse at 5 or 6. If you train at 4, I'm not jealous. I don't want to do that. So a lot of people do, but it'll be better for you. And if you're going to be up that early anyway, what's a little bit earlier? Getting to sleep a little bit earlier, and then you lift and you're in that car and you're in that truck or you're delivering and you had a workout and you're going to feel so good the rest of the day. It will power you through the day. A lot of people think I'll lift first, I'll be exhausted all day. It's the opposite. It's just the opposite. Seth is working on discipline and consistency. Well, you're going to be doing that every day for the rest of your life. Go to the gym every day and try not to see it as a chore. Well, don't try. It's not a chore. It's an investment. It's something you have to do whether or not you feel like it. One day at a time is the goal. Seth, this is a whole big sentence and a half of stating the obvious. You're always going to be working on discipline and consistency, and it's always one day at a time. So you need a little bit more of that stoic mindset. Like, it is what it is. Do the work and just execute. Don't think of it as something you have to build up to. Just think of it as something that is. Like, you're doing this. Execute. Good stuff. We got two more. One from Sheena. Since my kids are out of school, I've been sleeping in. I need to cut that shit out and go to bed at 10 p.m. at the latest and get up at 6:30 to kick my ass in the gym. I agree.
I give it
Good stuff.
a 10. A 10. A fucking 10.
Sydney says, my days have been significantly more busy this week. I need to work on going to bed about an hour earlier so I can get up an hour earlier and work on things that require no distractions. Agreed. You have to find what time works best for those activities, whatever that is, but also mindfulness and meditation. What a lot of people don't address is the distractions in your head. So it might be quiet outside, but if your head is scattered and you're not focused and you're not actually being in the present moment, it doesn't matter what's around you. You're distracted from within. So a lot of times you're distracted from within. I remember my grandfather would be able to read when I was growing up. All the cousins and everyone was at the house for like Thanksgiving or something. He was laying on the couch reading a book and all the kids were fucking running around, screaming. It's loud. There's music playing. He's laying on the couch reading. I don't know how he did it, but definitely reading is meditation too. It really is. That's why reading is so good, because when you're reading, you're focusing on the words. You're in that world. You're isolating and your brain is not necessarily quiet, but you're not focusing on all those other thoughts that come into your head that you can't control, because you can't control your thoughts. And that's the problem. People try to not think of anything. That's impossible. What you have to do is be able to focus on specific things, and then other things will melt away because you're able to be in the present and focus on a task or focus on a thought or on your breath or one thing. So good stuff. All right. Any questions you could drop in the chat? We got some releases, but we'll get into that in a moment. But any questions you can drop in the chat, whether it's the assassination attempt on President Trump, whether it's on fitness. I see a bunch of comments on that. So we'll get into that one at a time. Let me scroll through and see. Mark, do you think Trump's assassination attempt was planned by the deep state? Do I think, or is it? I mean, of course, we're going to find out. I mean, probably won't find out if that's true. Thank God for X and for the free speech platform that is. Getting news in real time. It's very, very sketchy. I will speak about this because I talked about it a little bit yesterday, but let's just talk about a little bit where it stands today. And I don't have necessarily all the details because I'm sure stuff's still coming out in the moment. The absolute catastrophic failure of the Secret Service is frightening and embarrassing. It really is. And the way it stands, or as I currently believe it, I don't think that the sniper team was Secret Service because, one, Trump is not the current president. Yeah, he's the lead candidate, but there's different Secret Service details, and resources are obviously going to be biased towards the current president, members of the current president's family, and so on and so forth. But of course, a previous president gets coverage and stuff for life. But for these types of campaign rallies, the Secret Service will collaborate, usually weeks or months or something in advance, to scout the areas and to collaborate with like local sniper teams, SWAT and stuff like that. So from what I'm aware of currently, that there weren't as many Secret Service, like all the people, like the auxiliary, the different layers. There's people that are right on Trump's staff, like right, the people that were jumping on him on the stage. And then there's other teams, there's other layers. And from what I'm aware of, there wasn't as many Secret Service, or they were under, either understaffed or just not as many as you would think. Because it was a campaign rally. But what's mind-blowing is how do you have a cake shot at 150 yards directly in line of the president on a white roof in daylight? And how does that not get neutralized? And if you watch the videos, there's like 2 or 3 minutes of people shouting about the roof, the shooter on the roof. And it was very obvious that he was there. So how does a 20-year-old soy boy with no social media presence at all, what 20-year-old doesn't have social media? How do you get on the roof? And it was really obvious. You see him like getting up and kind of getting back down and sliding up, and everyone saw it. It was very obvious from the videos. And it must have been even more obvious if you were on the ground. This is just the shaky cell phone footage that's coming out. Really, really sketchy and really skeptical. And I saw another video. Again, you have to be careful because I don't know exactly all the truth. And some of you might have seen this stuff. I saw some interviews with a student, someone that he went to school with. And I guess they had a shooting team. Did you guys see that video? And the kid was saying he was terrible. He didn't even make the team. And that was like a 50-yard shot or something. And he didn't make the shooting team at the school. If that's I've also heard things like that. I've heard that too, Elizabeth, that the roof sniper said he was told to stand down. It's super sketchy. And I've also seen some other digging, and this is not conspiracy. This is just information that will come out that the building is owned by Raytheon, the big military contractor with connections to Alex Soros and stuff like that. There's some other shit there. Who knows? But it doesn't seem like, how do you get, if you look at the video, how close? How do you get a rifle that close? How is that roof? How do you not have not officers or people on each roof? I mean, look, I'm not an expert in this. I'm not, but I like to use logic and common sense. I have a double doctorate in logic and common sense. And I've seen enough movies to know that you cover the fucking buildings. You guys remember the movie, The Jackal with Bruce Willis and Richard Gere? Great movie. Remember when he was like going to take out, he had like the big like automatic gun with like this is a long time ago where you didn't have all the technology and it's like drone stuff now. So he had the little laptop and the little joystick where he was trying to take out, I think, the VP or someone he was contracted to kill, the assassin, and Richard Gere was trying to stop him and stuff. There's snipers on every roof, whether you're watching like the X-Files movie or anything. There's snipers on every that's like the standard thing. You're looking for windows that are open, curtains blowing. You're looking for, like, these guys are not looking for necessarily, they should, it's obvious. You're looking for a guy, just standing there like, let me take you out. A prone position on a white roof. You're looking for people in camouflage. You're looking for people, like, you're looking for the most, come on, if you've seen any sniper movies, they're in like the ghillie suits, like the things with like you have all like the hay and the grass. They're completely, you're looking for a glint, like a flash of a scope. These people are trained to spot this shit from like hundreds and hundreds and even thousands of yards. Super sketchy. How's a 20-year-old in a fucking t-shirt? Like, this kid wasn't even like decked out. He didn't have like extra cartridge. He didn't have body armor on. He didn't have a helmet on. He didn't have any kind of concealment. Just a dude like jeans and a t-shirt up there with a fucking sniper rifle. Really casual. Let me just get this. It's not like a inconspicuous firearm. It's not like he was in the crowd and pulled out a 3D printed plastic gun to shoot. So, do I think it was planned? I don't see how this kid didn't have help, and how you have it. It just stinks like JFK, right? Oswald was a terrible shot. Wasn't he like a C grade sniper? Wasn't Oswald's like records that he was like a poor sniper? So it's like, how the fuck did he make that shot? I forget. There's so much information on all these things. I've listened to so many podcasts and books and movies. I just forget all the information. It's really hard to keep it all in your brain unless you're just singularly focused and obsessed on that type of content. But come on, you play Call of Duty, where are you gonna snipe someone from? You guys play Call of Duty, you want a straight line of sight and you want to be like concealed. You don't just go on a roof. If you're playing Call of Duty or any of these games, what do you first do, right? If you like zoom in, you look at the fucking roofs. It's like, a high vantage point. It's like but that's cake. That's why you don't just, anyway. So I'd be shocked if it wasn't. I'd be shocked if it wasn't planned. And this is how you would pick a patsy. This is how you would choose or select someone. Easily brainwashed, maybe no real connection. All that stuff's erased. Maybe no real like close family or friends. Like this is how you pick someone to just, because they're not gonna be like, conversing with a lot of people. No social media, no really close friends. It's just very convenient, right? That's a perfect patsy. And then what happens? Let's say they let him shoot first. Let's say he killed Trump and then the sniper takes him out. Oh, he's dead. And now we can't interview him. Oh no, he must have been an extremist. It's very convenient. Now, of course, it's going to take someone that's an extremist kind of lunatic to do that in the first place because you're going down. But that's the perfect patsy. That's a perfect thing. You let someone who has no real attachments, no real friends, no real presence, you kind of erase and whitewash everything. And then he's some kind of soy boy, weird Antifa leftist guy. And then, he took him out and like you kill him. Then you can't interview him. And oh, well, we'll never know, right? But at least we have the FBI that's going to do a deep investigation. The FBI will get us all the answers. We're going to figure it all out. How many of you are really stoked, confident in that FBI investigation? That's going to be great. We're really going to get to the bottom of it. Considering the FBI was just investigating Trump and it's such a fucking circle jerk, isn't it? All right. Anyway, let's move on. If I missed your question, you can answer again. Let's see. Papa Swole, I have an intolerance to dairy. Is the next best thing organic soya? Steph, I hope you're yanking my crank. Are you talking about soy milk? Is that a joke? Is that what soya is? Soya is garbage. I wouldn't touch that shit with a 10-foot pole. Intolerance to dairy. Have you tried raw dairy? And have you tried kefir? So kefir is this is what I prefer. I don't even drink straight raw milk. I haven't tried it in a while because it kind of bothers my stomach. I get a little gassy and bloated. And I feel like the rumbling in my stomach. But kefir, when you use the cultures, the yeast or the kefir grains, whatever it is, who cares? It breaks down the fermentation process. It breaks down the sugars in the milk, the lactose, so it makes it easier to digest. So you might like kefir. Do not drink soy milk. That's my recommendation. All right. Swole Monkey, how long do you think until the app will be ready to launch? I'd love to give you a time, but I don't want to say maybe a month or two. Probably within 2 months, before the end of September, I would hope. Because here's the thing, once we finish the app, which could be sooner rather than later and probably will be, the fluctuation or like the range of the time that I'm telling you is because the App Store and Google Play still has to approve it. So we have to submit it, and that could take, I don't know, it could take a few days, it could take a few weeks. Hopefully it doesn't get rejected. So there's I can't control how long they take to approve the app. Yeah, this is what I tweeted yesterday, and it's a tragedy. Like the gentleman that lost his life, like horrible stuff, like those videos of the stands of the guy that was shielding his wife, and it's fucking horrible. But I said, thank God for CIA diversity hires as a joke. I thought that was pretty funny in light of the tragedy, but it's just a horrible, horrible tragedy. But I just can't imagine. I'm just kind of like in silence, just thinking about it this weekend. Just what if he just got his head blown off on TV? Like that would have been bad. Yeah, the Las Vegas shooting. That was a huge fucking cover up. That was a massive cover up. There's no fucking way. I mean, I don't want to go down the rabbit hole there. It's not a conspiracy. It's just logic and common sense. You look at the Las Vegas shooting. It's just like what a absolute fucking sham that is. There's no possible way that is anything close to what they said it was. Not a chance. If you actually pay attention and go down and look into it. So I don't know what you guys are seeing. And of course we're live now. And this is, these are just conjecture based on what I was watching all the video. Like I was live on Facebook or Instagram or something when it happened. And I've been like seeing every video as it came out over the last day or two, probably like you guys. But yeah, the problem is people that were saying, oh, it sounds staged, or Lavage, it sounded like a cap gun. Like, anyone that says that doesn't understand how firearms work. They've never shot guns outside. So here's the thing. There's a lot of different types of guns, and acoustics, it's a huge deal. So you're going to have a lot of experts listening to the guns. There's some people out there that if you're in a controlled environment, you hear a gunshot, like they can almost tell you the brand of the gun. Like they're that in tune with it. But most people shoot inside a range. So if you're shooting in a range, you're going to have echo, you're going to have a lot of noise. That's why you wear the headset, the earmuffs and stuff, ear protection. You should still do that outside. But outside, you can also just wear just the inner earplugs. A lot of times that's going to be enough because the sound disperses. So a lot of people think it's fireworks outside because it's similar, but there's nothing for the sound to bounce off of. So it sounds like pop, pop, pop. It sounds fake. It sounds like fireworks. So a lot of people don't react, but that's just because you're in an open field. And it was also 150 yards away. And that's why if you listen to the sound, when the sound is the bullet, when Trump is like grabbing his ear, you hear the sound afterwards, is because it's traveling faster. Like the bullet's going and it's going faster than the speed of sound. So it's like a delayed like reaction. So the sound, and plus when you have cameras, it's not the same as real life. Like the frame rate is just different. How audio sounds on a camera is different than how it sounds in real life. There's just so many different factors that you have to pay attention to. Guns fired outside is just like, guns fired outside just sounds like a pop, pop, pop. Like it sounds like that. It sounds like that. It doesn't sound like a loud bang. But you go inside and you're in a shooting range, it's loud as fuck for that reason. There we go. Yes, the caliber will also affect the noise for sure. Yeah, you have a 50 cal BMG, it's going to sound different than a 22, you know? Like if you're shooting a fucking cannon, think about that. Just think about, let's say you go back in time. You think about you have the big ships and just massive fucking cannons, and not the most efficient thing, but obviously big boom. I have an AK-47, much different than a 22. Much louder. Much louder. You have what is it? I always forget. Like right back there. All these things right here. They're full of 7.62. Like those bullets are freaking massive. A lot more than than like an AR-15. And the reaction. So when I'm shooting my AR, it's nowhere close to the AK-47. The 5.62 is nothing close to the 7 or whatever. So in other words, the caliber is going to make a huge difference. Yeah, the length of the barrel, everything, the wind, everything. The gun's going to make a difference. But you have a longer barrel, it's going to be more accurate, but then also the speed. So the speed of the bullet, it's everything. Witchy woman, I have an intolerance to dairy, but I buy lactose-free milk and also cheeses that are aged longer because less irritation, like cheddar, Parmesan, and Swiss. All right, let's see. All right, just looking for more questions. Big O, Papasolio, in regards to push-ups, and we'll get into the releases. In regards to push-ups, do you prefer regular position versus wide versus narrow, or do you say fuck it and bench press? Yeah, I mean, I don't focus on push-ups, but if I did do push-ups, I'd probably do it up on blocks and get an extra stretch. So I would like put my hands up on yoga blocks or any kind of blocks or elevation and get a deeper stretch. Because doing a push-up to the ground is just whatever. I don't do push-ups a lot. I mean, I'll do yoga, but I don't sit there and do like sets of push-ups. But you can do it. If you get full range, it could be good at. But I don't do finishers and stuff as much anymore. It just creates a lot more fatigue. than necessary. But push-ups are great. You could use bands, you could do stuff like that. But if you're going to do them, get an extra range of motion. NP, Papa Soy, I'm on week 4 of the 90-day dash, and I'm considering moving over to maximum swole. Would you advise against this? I want to maximize my gains. I mean, I would finish the program. I know you're tempted to move on, but you know, you're getting right into, you're about to get into the ignite portion. You know, if you're just going to program jump, my recommendation would be at least to go through and to finish the program, so you understand the entirety of what you may or may not be used to or what you may have missed. You can. I'm not necessarily advising against it, but most people don't have the patience and hop from one thing to the other, which is why they don't get optimal results. So I'm not against you doing it, but I'm also not really appraised of all the details of what you can do, your history. You know, if it was like one-on-one and it was in person and I kind of knew all the ins and outs, but it might be ideal. But at the same time, I don't know all the details about you. It is very tempting. It is very tempting. How are you liking it so far? You find it challenging? Are you pushing yourself? Is it... Because don't forget, and here's some context, the beginning of the 90-day dash is like stabilization. You're not going as heavy. You're doing you're doing a lot of it's more coordination based, but then you're getting into more the ignite portion, which is going to be more endurance. And then the swole portion, which is the last 4 weeks, which is the more bodybuilding type approach. And then after the swole portion, you can shift, like your next program could be maximum swole. Just a thought. So what are your thoughts so far, and what's your experience so far with the 90-day dash, where you're at? Because you're going to be improving. In other words, you're kind of, what's great about the 90-day dash and what makes it like an all levels program is, what makes an all levels program is, think of it as, let's say you're trying to paint the walls. You have some cracks, you have some peeling, you need to clean the slate and kind of fill in all the gaps, right? So that's pretty much what you're doing. The 90-day dash is a way to even the playing field for anyone. You've been training for 20 years. You're new to the gym. The 90-day dash is going to give you that foundation. And then the programs, it's kind of like the trunk of the tree. So then you can move on to other programs and you have that foundation and you're going to be more prepared for that type of training. So this is kind of improving the weak points that most people have. And then you can go into more of the, I don't like necessarily calling them beginner and advanced programs, but you have like I don't like calling it, because if you call it the 90-day dash a starter program, a lot of people are like, I don't want to do a starter program. I'm not a beginner. You get that ego in there. But then you might be missing certain things. And it's going to fill in a lot of the gaps that are missing from most trainings. So it doesn't mean that you can't. It's not going to guarantee that you get injured if you just move on, but you'll be more prepared. So I don't like calling it a beginner program, but that's why we call it all levels. And then swole season, maximum swole, those are advanced. So that's why, I mean, advanced sounds good, but that's why I don't like calling the 90 dash beginner or starter, because a lot of people might come in and be like, oh, I'm going to skip that and go right into it. But then you might perpetuate problems that you already have. Maybe you don't have those stabilizer muscles activated. You don't have good posture. You haven't really integrated yoga properly. You know, you have to force yourself to kind of go through that to really open your eyes. Oh my God, I'm tight here. I'm limited here. This is why I'm always hurting my shoulder. Oh my God, my back is so stiff. Because then when you go into maximum swole or one of those more advanced programs, you are eliminating those risk factors. So you can actually get you can get more out of maximum swole. So you're putting yourself in a better position to do maximum swole to its maximum capacity, for example. Sheena says, I get so tempted to hop programs, but I make myself finish what I started to make sure I have a firm foundation for the next. Yeah, and look, you could always go back. I always say this. You can go back to the 90-day dash, like a great thing that a lot of people do. You might do maximum swole for a while, and maybe you're shifting down, or you need to deload, or you feel like doing X, Y, and Z. You can go back to the first couple of weeks and do a little bit more of total body awareness. A lot of people go back and do a week or two of the 90-day dash and then go back to their other programming. So there's a lot of different things that you can do. You could do different types of like hybrid like that. And a lot of times that's good. There are a lot of people that go to scorched earth and then go back to the 90-day dash. And a lot of you have done it. You fall off or whatever happens, or you do this for a little bit. Then you feel like I feel a little stiff. I need to go back to some of the basics. And then you do the 90-day dash. You can always go back to it. So NP, it's amazing. I can see the progress weekly. Haven't missed a day. I've been training on and off for 9 years. Yeah. So, I mean, look, so here's the thing. So you've been training on and off, and I appreciate that. I'm glad you're enjoying it. So you're training on and off for 9 years. So again, this is a good example. So your mindset is like, I want to jump to this next program, but that's kind of like the same as falling off, right? You're shifting, you're breaking, you have to follow through. So if you've been on and off for 9 years, we got to get you on for the next 60 years. You know, I don't want you off ever again. So completion, consistency, following through is going to be important. And if you're seeing progress, like, don't stop that, because remember, the progress that you're seeing, it's different. It's neuromuscular. You're doing stabilization or single leg exercise. You're doing swolga. You're doing stuff maybe you never have before. And it's a lot of new stress. I would say finish it. That way you understand all the aspects of it, because in reality, it's just what? It's just 2 more months. You're only going to get better. You're going to do things maybe you've never done. You're going to learn more about your body and how you react and recover. And you're actually going to be better equipped for maximum swole. And you're going to have more context. Because after you go through the swole portion, that's going to be really good, because you go from the swole portion to maximum swole. You're going to see the contrast and how the swole portion of that works, let alone swole season, but the swole portion of the 90-day dash will last 4 weeks, and how that contrasts with maximum swole. Because all this is really doing is teaching you, and you're learning, oh, this is how you can train too. Oh, this is another option. Oh my God, I could do maximums. Like, I can do up the intensity, decrease the volume, but you'll see the contrast. It's like doing an elimination diet and all of a sudden realizing, oh my God, this is how I feel without eating those things. Then when I go back to eating the shit that I ate for years, my migraines came back, my psoriasis came back, my joint pain and brain fog came back. But you don't realize that until you see that contrast. So you have to experience it all the way through. Yeah, it's just patience, man. It's like, you know, I know you're excited, and I get it. You're excited. You want to keep going. You want to do more. You're like, yeah, I want to get fucking yoked. And you hear me talking about maximum swole. You hear other members talking about maximum swole, but also the other members that have done maximum swole. So anyone that's doing maximum swole, what other programs have you done inside X? A lot of people have done like the 90-dash 3 times. They've done swole season once or twice. You know, I'm doing maximum swole. I've also been training for 24 years, you know? So it's like, I've done this stuff, and, you know. Pedro says, Papa, in the Telegram, I got a wake-up call over the weekend. Looks like I will have to do 3 to 4 days a week max on the lifting and focus on recovery. What's a wake-up call, bro? You all right? Aside from the whole, you know, Trump situation. We all got a wake-up call on that one. Holy fucking shit. I can't overstate that enough. I mean, we don't have to talk about that endlessly. Everyone's still just kind of like a little bit in shock of the catastrophic failure. And I think just like a collective sigh of relief that it didn't go a different direction. It's just fucking sobering. CR Wheaties, intro to stop being a bitch about yoga and just do it. Should I create a new program? Intro to stop being a bitch. Just like don't be a bitch program. Just watch that be super popular. Intro to stop being a bitch about yoga and just do it. Yoga doesn't make you gay. The spandex does. The spandex does.
What happened to your queer party friends?
Oh shit, you tore your bicep? Oh. You tore your bicep, didn't you, bro? Pedro's showing a picture in the Telegram of like his bicep is all bruised. That only happens if you like tore your bicep or something. Oof. Yeah, I mean, yeah, dude. Best wishes with that. Fuck, man. Katie was saying I'm so freaked out about it. We're talking about the assassination attempt. I was crying when it happened. Watching when it happened, I was crying. Yeah, I had tears myself because like the crazy thing is people claiming that it was staged. I think it was planned, to be honest. I mean, look, here's the thing. When people say like, do you think it was planned? Well, someone fucking planned it. If it's not, I mean, that guy planned it. That's for fucking sure. You know, that dude fucking planned it. I just doubt it was one person. Like, how does that even happen? How do you get up there? If you said, look, if they said, Papa Swole, you're in charge of security for the president. Look, I don't know anything about security in that sense, but I do know you get snipers on every fucking roof. If there's one like, hey, there's a roof, I can throw a fucking baseball. That's 450 feet. So I probably couldn't hit that. But you know, when I used to play baseball, you do long toss, you could throw 300 fucking feet, no problem. Throw to the fence. We used to do it all the time. You know, crow hop and throw, and you would get it almost to the outfield fence or over the fence. Some people have cannon. You can throw a baseball. Like, it's not far. It's a lot shorter than people think. And these are a lot of people. Look, if you think of a football field, that's what it is. A football field in a little bit. Like, do you have any idea how dog shit that is for a sniper that's even remotely trained? You guys could fucking hit a target if you were prone position and just said, hey, pull the trigger. You put the scope there if it's sighted properly and pull the fucking trigger. It's not hard. It doesn't take much to hit a target at 450 feet. We've done this shit at the range. You know, I wasn't lying prone, but we had tables and we would take turns and we like shoot and you're zeroing in your firearms. And there was like long tables and I forget how long the range was that we were at. It was at least like it was like 100, 200 feet. 200 feet? No, actually, come to think of it, it was probably like 100 yards. And you would hit, bing, and you would sight and then you'd go and you would, like, so we had like, 6 or 7 people. And you're at the table. And this is just, we went as a friend of mine who was a great firearms instructor. We would all go because you have to go to the range with an instructor and stuff like that. And it was a day where we went, it was just about sighting rifles. We weren't doing any kind of like, ground and pound. We weren't doing any like drills and stuff like that. It was just rifle sighting. So you would go and you would shoot and then everyone would, safeties on, this, that, and the other. You would go and you would look at your target, see where it was, resight. Okay, I'm a little bit off. So you would adjust it with like the little screw and you would adjust your iron sights or whatever it is, your scope. And then you would go back and do it again. And until you were on target, right? Because if you're on target, I still have to do that with my AK-47. You're on target, you shoot and you're like, boom, bullseye, and it's off to the right. It's because your sights are off. You have to adjust. It's not hard. Like, it was just, you would hit exactly where it was going to go. You put on, boom. We're not snipers. It was not hard. So anyway, what was I going to say? In terms of, yeah, but the reason why people were saying it's staged is because Trump isn't a pussy. And when you have a society that hasn't seen a strong male leader in who the fuck knows how long, and you see someone that was almost had his head blown off and then pump his fist and yell fight and not be a huge coward, it blew people's brains apart. Jesus Christ, pun not intended, but yeah, it really blew people's minds because it's like, how the fuck is that possible? That's why it almost looks like not a cartoon. It looks like a movie. It almost looks like it was planned because it was so heroic and it was just amazing, the response. So it was like, it just literally fried people's synapses in the sense that they can't comprehend that that was actually how a person can react. So that's why. So hopefully a lot of leftists and Democrats are realizing that the hateful, vengeful rhetoric that they've been spouting and the lies for the last decade, they caused this. This is what it leads to. You tell, Biden gives a speech that Trump is in the bullseye. You have people and pundits on social media calling him Hitler over and over again, that he has to be eliminated. And then, we need unity. It's like, no. The left wants you dead. You can literally fuck yourself. So we're not going to have unity until these people stand trial, until you have Fauci and all these people behind bars and held accountable. So I'm not saying that there should be a retaliatory violence, but everyone preaching for unity. Look, you're the ones that were calling for his fucking head for a decade. So everyone's saying that we need unity and we need to take the rhetoric and we need to take the temperature down. No. You made this. Shut the fuck up. This is your fault. There is no unity until you guys pay for it. So it's just, when the left wants you dead, there's no unity. They tried to fucking kill him. They tried to kill him. We need to take the temperature down. You wanted this. You wanted this. Clinton, Obama's, everyone wanted this. But because they missed, it's like, oh, it's a tragedy. This is a terrible thing. You know, it's a horrible situation. What the fuck are you talking about? You can't go from saying all the shit that you did to that. You're full of shit. Even more of a scumbag. Yeah, fuck. They'd say the same thing if he was, there's such absolute fucking cowards. So there's no unity for people like that. There's no unity. And again, I'm not sitting here saying civil war, everyone charge, go to the streets. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. But accountability. Accountability. Where are the slander charges? For all the lies, Russia, the document bullshit, the sham trial, where's the accountability for all the people that were trying to throw him in prison and cut him out of existence, his entire family? It's pretty sick shit. It's really fucked up. It's the same thing with COVID. Where's the accountability for all the lies and deception? Where's the accountability? None. I haven't fucking forgotten. A lot of people seem to conveniently forget what happened for the past 4 fucking years. I haven't forgotten. I wasn't hypnotized. I remember. My shit got censored. My shit got shut down. I remember. There's a reason why my YouTube channel gets no fucking views now. I remember exactly when the analytics literally got flipped off with a switch. I remember the fucking episodes. It's when I called out Ellen DeGeneres for being a dumb cunt. Conveniently, she stepped down because she was a dumb bitch and her show's over. Oh my God. But then they cut my views when I called her a dumbass and she was doing that vegan crap. If you remember in 2020, I got flagged when I called BLM a domestic terrorist organization. Hit the nail on the head there. My shit hasn't come back. So, that's a small shade of what happened to a lot of people. But I remember seeing all this stuff on the back end. I remember seeing it. And a lot of my accounts have not come back to this day. And it's like, okay, I'm okay with it. It sucks, but I'm okay with it. It is what it is. I said what I thought and I was right. So what am I going to do? But, you call for his head, literally and figuratively. You call him Hitler. What would you do to Hitler? Is anyone sad that Hitler died? No. A lot of people don't think that he actually died, but it's like, okay, he's dead now. Maybe he went to Argentina. He's dead. No one's sad about that. He was a piece of shit. So you're calling Trump as Hitler. Oh my God. Look, he put his fist up similarly to, no one's ever put their fist up except for Trump and Hitler. AKA every fucking leftist. It's a communist fist. It's like, what are you talking about, dude? You see that side by side? So it's disgusting. You call someone literally Hitler. Did he kill? I didn't realize Trump slaughtered 6 million fucking Jews. I didn't realize. Oh my God. He led to the death of 20, 30, 40, 50 million people in World War II. Oh my God. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. My God, you should have told me earlier. I've seen so many interviews and so many conversations and so many behind the scenes. He's not a bad dude. Does he say shit? Does he tweet mean things? Yeah, if you're a huge pussy. Mean tweets. Oh no, he said something online. If you're a huge pussy, yeah, words make you uncomfortable. Get fucked. The country was awesome. And hopefully it will be again. Chocolate Designs. I've heard my dad talk about being alive when JFK was shot. I never thought I would witness something similar in my life. Well, you didn't. Almost did. Oof. Trump fell on stage. You see those headlines from the main street? What a sick fucking... Trump fell on stage after pops were heard. It's evil. You don't hate these fuckers enough. They're evil scum. They're liars and they're fucking cowards. So you want unity with that? Do you want unity with that? I don't want unity with that. I want retribution. I want revenge. And when I say revenge, I don't mean like we take to the streets and hang them high from the rafters. No, but people need to be accountable for the shit that they've been spewing, especially mainstream media. You cannot say these things and lies. You can have an opinion, but give me a break. Universally, watch the videos of every single mainstream outlet saying the same shit over and over again. He's almost Hitler. Look it up. Look at like Hitler montage Trump, mainstream media, and you'll just see like thousands of times where they just call him Hitler. He's not even close to Hitler. No one is close to Hitler except, Xi Jinping, maybe, exterminating the Uyghur Muslims in China. I mean, where is there a Hitler equivalent? We don't have one. We don't have an equivalent today. Maybe people that would like to be, but nowhere. There's no equivalent anywhere in this world, and there hasn't been for a while, which is a good thing. All right. Any other questions or topics? I mean, what else do you want? What else can you talk about? I really don't think there's any other topic that needs to be discussed. Like this has to be. And look, the time has passed for. Like, you can't be quiet about this stuff. Family, friends, like you have to call people out for this kind of shit. It's time. Like, if you don't agree with what I've just been saying, like unfollow me. Don't listen to the podcast anymore. Don't follow my Instagram. Like, just go. Like, this is not for you. Your brain is still broken. Come back when you're able to think for yourself. This is what happens when you have people going through 20 years of indoctrination to be taught like, oh, here's what you think. Speak, this is what you think. This is what you think. And then you get out of college and the news tells you what to think. And you just don't know how to have a thought for yourself. You don't know how to think. Everyone else is getting A's because they just power back what the teacher says. And you're like, that doesn't make sense. And you get a C or a D. It's like, well, I want to get a good grade. So you just say what the teacher tells you to say. And you don't realize that you're actually programming yourself to not have a original thought in your brain. Yeah, a lot of people. I think Joy Reid was doing that. Joy Reid was she shut down her account and deleted all the videos. All these leftists, all these Democrats, all this mainstream, all these pundits are like shutting down their accounts and deleting everything that they've ever said about Trump getting eliminated and this and the other. Hey, the internet never forgets. You can look at this. People save these videos all the time. You put something out there, it's there forever. Someone has it. Like, we're not going to forget what you said. They're hoping that people will. But you can't let them forget. You have to shove it in their face over and over again until they get on their knees and apologize. And if they don't, fuck them. We don't need you for unity. If you don't want to be a part of our society, then don't be. But you need to be held accountable. And this is what happens. I'm not saying we go through the streets. And again, I'm not saying that we just eliminate everyone that voted for Biden or every Democrat. I'm not saying that either. But again, the whole unity argument is garbage. You can't do that for a decade and longer and act like, oh, well, no, when you realize, oh, you're fucked. No. We need to take it easy. Oh, no, fuck you. You burn down our cities. You loot, you pillage, you fire people for not taking an experimental drug. You call like myself and everyone else that didn't want to get experimental gene therapy a piece of shit, scum, deplorable. It's like, fuck you, fuck your family, and fuck anyone that thinks like you. You want unity? You better apologize and you better pay the price in the meantime. Over it. There's no unity until these people pay. There's none. We don't need unity with leftist scum. There's no unity for that. I'm not calling for violence, but there's no unity with that. You change your mind, you can repent. Maybe you can work your way back into society, but nope. You got to hang this shit on people's heads. You have to hang this shit on people's heads. Every single thing Every single thing that they've ever tweeted, and used to follow them around like a fucking curse, like a scarlet letter. Everything that they ever said in that direction. Yeah, is this you? Hey, is this you? And we see that online on Twitter, on X. People post something, it's like, nope. Hey, this you, bro? Is this you calling for Donald Trump's head? Is this you? You fucking cuck. Yeah, that's you. Good. In their face all the time. Never let them forget. Never. Never. You guys remember COVID, right? Like, this is just the next thing, but it's like, there's been no, like, do you guys remember that fucking nightmare? Absolute nightmare. Absolute nightmare. You guys remember that shit, right? How quickly we forget. Nope. No, I remember everything that was said. I remember every news report. I remember all the lies. I remember all the deception. Yeah, I remember. I remember you took money because you're a huge pussy and you said what they told you to say because you're a weak bitch. I remember what you said. I fucking remember what you said. I'm not forgetting. Good. Yeah, there was a guy, Nick says, this is right. Nick says, apparently people are tracking people down at their jobs and confronting them in public. So look, you got to be careful. I'm not saying no violence. It's like I have to say that. No violence. Yeah, no violence. But there's a lot of people like that firefighter. I commented on this on X. I don't think I shared it. But some firefighter, I think it was in Pennsylvania, said something about like, ooh, I can't believe he missed. And then everyone posts about it and people are running. And this guy posted this whole sob story about like, you can't be going after my family. Like, I've already lost friends. Like, sorry for what I said and this, that, and the other, but this is unacceptable. And everyone's like, I commented, I'm like, fuck around and find out. You posted that. Fuck you. You can't cower and tuck your tail and be like, oh my God, you're mean to my family. You're doing this. What have you been doing to Trump and his family? And the unvaccinated and all this. No. You're a lying piece of shit. You're a pussy. You're a coward. You're a scumbag. And everyone just caught you. So fuck yourself. Fuck your family. And you are paying the price. You reap what you sow. You made the bed. Fuck around and find out. Don't cause violence, but I think people should be confronted. It's about time. It's about time. Otherwise, they're going to keep on posting and floating and saying shit because they won't say it to anyone's face. When they're confronted with actual reality and people that are calling them out, whether or not it's in person, but like on the internet, all of a sudden they're upset. Oh my God, I got fired. And everyone's like, oh. Yeah, that's what happens. What do you think? How do you like it now? You don't like it when it happens to you. Because this is what happens when you, like, this is why you have these terrible situations. Communism, Marxism, leftists. It's all with weak men. Jordan Peterson talks about it all the time. Weak men. Weak men are dangerous. When you have no other options, when you're weak, when you have no self-control, when you have no self-confidence and you're just looking to stand out and have some purpose and meaning, it's like you're going to do something drastic. So fuck all these weak men. Call them out. And yeah, you fuck around and find out. And I hope you, not physically, but I hope you suffer. You're going to get what's coming to you. That's what happens. Everyone else got what was coming to them, and a lot of people got what wasn't coming to them. They got their businesses burned down and shut down and all this fucking crap. How many small businesses were shut down? How many people lost their livelihood and their families and had to move or lost their house because of corporate greed and, how many people? Fuck you. Like, absolutely fuck you. This whole bullshit, unity. Go fuck yourself, unity. Fucking assholes. It's so disgusting. Fuck your fucking unity. Oh shit, we missed. Oh, we need unity. Oh, now you're getting a boot in your ass. Fuck you. Fuck you. But it's a conspiracy theory. I didn't realize a conspiracy theory almost blew the fucking former president's head off. But it's a conspiracy theory. Oh my God. Yeah, I agree. Elizabeth, people need to be reminded that they are free to say what they want, but not free from the consequences. Agreed. I agree. And this is like, you can say what you want, but you might be shunned from society. There might be consequences of people not liking or telling you to your face, you're wrong. You can't work here anymore. Nope, we don't want you around us. We don't want you in this society. We don't want any of your ilk around our logic and common sense. Yeah. All right. But anyway, you see anyone that says like, sorry, they missed this and the other, blast it online, post about it. Let people see the scum that they're surrounding themselves with. Hopefully all these people lose their jobs. Any doctor, nurse, firefighter, anyone that said, oh, but they missed. Can them, get rid of them, ditch them. Oh, but that's too much. And like, you didn't think twice when you were forcing people to put a diaper on their face for 2 years and get an injection. What is this? Doesn't matter. If you want to keep this job, put this in your fucking asshole. Nope. Nope. Get fucked. Get absolutely fucked. Okay. I feel better now. No, I don't, but that was satisfying. Anyway, all right. America, releases? If you have any more questions, we'll take some more questions, but you could join us at enormousx.com and the Telegram chats are lit. Let's get a little tainty, man. Oh, okay, fine. All right. That's just ridiculous. That's just, the cute is ridiculous with that. That's too much. That's too much, tainty boy. That's overkill. How dare you? How dare you with the cute? Oh, would you cute, you Timian, Mr. Tainty boy. Oh, Destiny is a piece of human garbage. You know what's crazy about that? You don't have to know the details of this. I'm just going to rant on this fucking ass clown for a second. He's always been a piece of garbage. And now all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, he's a piece of shit. Ignore him. He's trying to do the Kanye West. He's a piece of garbage. Destiny is an absolute definition. You look up soy boy beta cuck in the dictionary, you'll see that F-tard's face. He's such a loser, man. He's such a loser. He's such an insane fucking piece of garbage. I don't know why anyone that's had that fucking guy on their podcast should be ashamed. To begin with, I can't imagine anyone wanting to like associate or have a conversation with that absolute fucking twat. What a piece of shit. Okay, let's continue. Sheena, I was fully prepared to lose my job if my employer was going to try to force it. Started making contingency plans. Smart. Let's see. Rufus, now I feel better. I know. Oh, Mr. And hashtag Swole fam for a chance to win today, Swole. Look at you. Oh, tainty boy. I'm going to touch your snarbles quick. Hold on. Little snarble break. He's a good boy. 0 fucks. Miguel says, I lost my business to COVID. I'm sorry to hear that, man. All right. I don't feel better, but I feel, get that out there. All right. You want some releases? I almost forgot that we had releases today. It went super long. That's what she said. So let's get into some releases. We have some featured classes, and I'll explain what we got going on here. We got some recipes, and these are exciting. So we're creating some new stuff. We're organizing the app for some different functionality. We're adding some new sections and some new stuff. So some of these releases are actually in preparation for the next for the app release. So we're going to have a featured section at the top of the app. So the featured classes for the week, sometimes like new releases and stuff like that. So we're changing some of the names and some of the structure and things like that. So it's going to be sweet. But we got releases. First one, very exciting release. It's white rice. Aww. So you're going to notice at the bottom of this image, And I will tell you guys, I'll give you a little hint, like a little preview of something we're doing. So we're going to have a whole like bulk meal prep section in the nutrition section, because if you spend any time in the kitchen, a lot of you that make meals in advance, that's one thing. If you're making one meal for yourself, it's easy. But if you're trying to make a meal for 7 days, how many servings? How do you organize the kitchen? How do you cook like 5 things at once in bulk? It could be overwhelming, and that's where people fuck up. You burn one thing, you're not cooking this thing long enough, your timing's all off. So we're going to have a bunch of stuff on bulk meal prep, like how do you make massive amounts of servings and prepare for X amount of servings, maybe for the week or for a few days or for a few people, whatever it is. So we have white rice bulk meal prep. We're going to have smoky chicken breast bulk meal prep. Ooh, I need a button like that. Ooh. So, you know, you might make a meal where you have a steak or a chicken breast. You have like 1 or 2. That's one thing. But how do you make 30 of them? How do you make whatever, right? So smoky chicken breast bulk meal prep. So here's your vegetable for the day. Chicken is a vegetable, in my opinion. Mediterranean baked beef meatballs bulk meal prep. So we're talking about the trucker earlier, right? These are 3 new releases. We still do 3 releases every single week. So if you're a trucker, if you're on the road a lot, there are certain foods that might be great to cook easily. So how do you make a bunch of things that still taste good that you can eat on the road, pick it with your fingers or grab a fork and put it in your mouth, and boom, you got like 10, 15 grams of protein, a bite or two. Mediterranean baked beef meatballs. So obviously these are things that you can cook in bulk, and you can change this from week to week. You don't have to do the same thing all the time. But when it comes to the kitchen, when it comes to the recipes and stuff, you're going to learn how to cook and how to prepare the foods that work best for you. And then you're probably just going to stick to that. So more often than not, most of you are going to stick to like one type of food or one flow for a while. But then of course you can mix it up here and there. And this is what we're going to allow you to do. So Steph GZ, we'll take one more question. We'll get into some of the featured classes and then announcements for the week. Yeah, busy people. Because like, look, I don't do necessarily meal prep, but sometimes I'll have leftovers. But if you're working 12-hour days and you want to train at 4 a.m., you have a day off on Sunday, like you got to make food for the week. Otherwise, you're really burning time during the week that could be used going to the gym or sleeping or showering or playing with your kids and stuff like that. So cook in advance and have it ready. Steph GZ, Papa Sole, help. I suffer with terrible leg cramps. Have been taking magnesium and electrolytes. What else could it be? But every night/morning, whenever I stretch, I get calf cramps. Have tried stretching before it gets cut off. Terrible leg cramps. I mean, what type of magnesium? How much? How often? How much do you take? You might need more. I don't know what your nutrition is like or other hydration, but it could also be the type of electrolytes. The type of magnesium matters. How much? Potassium ratios. So whenever I have any kind of like hint of cramps or eye twitches, or magnesium always makes it go away. That's just my personal experience. I'm not sure what else that would be. But maybe some details. If you have any more details, maybe I can give you more of a thought. So it sounds like you're on the right track, but it could be the type of magnesium and or how much you take. A lot of people don't realize they need a lot more magnesium than they think. And sometimes you take a pill, it might be like 100 milligrams, and you need like 500 or 1,000. It always says, you know, the maximum, like take 500 a day, don't take more. Like I take more. And if I don't, it's not a good, you know, doesn't work out well. Featured classes. So the featured section, of course, in the app will feature classes that we feature. So this will be, of course, evident when the app releases. Featured yoga class, Ashtanga, with Genevieve, Swollen 7 Mobility Round 10, and back with Biceps Pump. These are our featured classes for the week. So when we release the app, you'll have those featured classes and or new releases at the top of the app. So it's going to be cool. So we can feature something and you could jump to it. So if there's a Swole fan favorite or something that I like or something that we want to put front and center, we're going to have it in the featured section. So those are the new releases or featured section. Let's see, Steph GZ, before bed, I'm on carnivore diet. Well, that's probably why. A lot of people have electrolyte imbalance issues. How long have you been doing carnivore for? This is why a lot of people stop doing carnivore long term. So if you've been doing it for a while, that could be it. I don't even do carnivore personally. I'm not against it, but maybe for a limited time for like an elimination diet, a month or two. But 2 tablets a day, magnesium glycinate 3-in-1. I don't know what that means. What's 3-in-1? Is it 2 tablets a day? How much? What type? What else is in it? Stearates or other stuff? I just get the powder. 2 weeks what? You've been on the carnivore diet for 2 weeks? Have you been getting the cramps for 2 weeks? Or is that from earlier? You're probably not getting enough. 2 tablets a day sounds like not enough. But I just use the powder because I don't want stearates. I don't want other vegetable glycerin. I don't want anything else in my pills. So when they make pills, they have to put stabilizers and fillers and stuff in there too, like capsules and whatever it is. So ideally, I just get the powder and I weigh it and I down the hatch. Tastes like absolute dog shit. Tastes like a fish's asshole, but it works. If you like fish asshole, I mean, it's a delicacy in some countries. So how much is that? Like, what's 2 tablets a day? That is irrelevant to me. That could be, like, what does 2 tablets mean? So, like, before bed, I take almost a gram of magnesium. I'll take, like, 750 milligrams, or I don't necessarily, like, have to have the exact number, but I'll take at least 750, especially if I do legs or upper body. If I'm cramping, I'll take it. Could be your electrolytes. Maybe your electrolytes suck. What kind of electrolytes do you take? Steph says, okay, thank you. I'll increase the magnesium. Well, give me the details. Like, how much are you taking? And this is not medical advice, just my suggestion. This is what I would do. See, if I'm cramping and I'm taking magnesium, if I have cramps and I'm taking magnesium, you're probably not taking enough during the day. Maybe at night you're not taking enough or early enough. When do you have the cramps? And I'm just telling you, if I get cramps, I take more magnesium and it's fine. High 5 electrolytes. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Can you tell me, like, what's in it? Like, how much? Or I don't know. High 5. I don't care about the brand name. I don't care about the brand name stuff. You might not be at home. I don't know. Maybe you don't have that in front of me. Like, how much is 2 tablets? Like, 2 tablets what? How much magnesium? Milligrams. But 2 tablets a day doesn't sound like a lot. And I don't know what 3-in-1 glycinate sounds like marketing. And also, there's different, glycinate's good. There's different types of magnesium. You might like magnesium malate. You might like magnesium 3-in-8 at night. There's different types. Orotate, citrate. But those are all, like, if you don't want to shit yourself, glycinate. That's what I take. 1,000 milligrams per 2 tablets. Really? 1,000 milligrams? Does it say, like, elemental? Like, does it say 2 things? It sounds really high for 2 tablets. Like, does it say like 1,000 milligrams, parentheses, 100 milligrams, elemental magnesium or something like that? Does it say that? I'm skeptical, but they do make products, I'm sure, that have like higher levels. Magnesium glycinate, 1,000 milligrams. Oh, you're not taking... Magnesium glycinate, 1,000 milligrams. Magnesium malate, 400 milligrams. Magnesium citrate, 400. What's those asterisks? I mean, I'm surprised you're getting cramps if you're actually taking a gram. So yeah, elemental magnesium. I know. Does it say like how much? Help me out here. Like, I'm just saying, like, what does it say? Is there like something underneath 1,000 milligrams, but it says parentheses 100 or 200? Like, sometimes they word it differently because of the branding. So the 3-in-1 means 3 types of magnesium. Well, personally, I think magnesium citrate, I don't take that at all. Magnesium malate, you have a little bit in the Redmond hydration, but I don't even take malate. Now you're saying 1,800 milligrams. Steph, all right. I'm not getting the answer that I'm trying to. I know I can add these things together, but I'm saying, does it say? You guys know what I'm talking about? Sometimes they'll say like, 1,000 milligrams, parentheses, 200 milligrams elemental magnesium or something. You know, like you're not really getting a gram of magnesium. Magnesium compounds, essential magnesium as below 1,800 milligrams, 384 milligrams. The site is so confusing. What's the site? We can get into this a little bit. I got nothing else. This is important. What's the site? What is it? Magnesium compounds. Magnesium compounds, elemental magnesium. Or is that not the product? Benefits of taking it didn't bring up anything. Nutrition Geeks. Is that... Can you give me the website, for fuck's sake? Steph, I'm not trying to, like, help me out. I'm on a live stream. Like, give me the website or, like, the name of it. I'm getting, like, hieroglyphics from you. High five electrolytes. I'm going to go back up. I'll do it myself. For fuck. Help me out. High five. Is he from the UK? High five 0. I'm just trying to find some. Yeah, I'm not even, I type in high five, it doesn't even pull up a product. So what are we talking about here? Nutrition. So why'd you say high five? So what the hell was high five? Why were you? You're from the UK. All right, cool. Thank you. All right, let's see. It's made in the UK, so there you have it. There you have it. Get you some. We need to get you some American. Fuck yeah! You need those American electrolytes. See, you getting these Nutrition Geeks, those UK electrolytes? You need that. You need those Freedom electrolytes, Steph. God damn it. All right, let's see. Sustained release. Yeah, that's what I assume. 3-in-1. Highly absorbable. Where's the... Oh, you're right. This site does fucking suck. What the hell is this? Nutritional information. Yeah, this site does blow. I agree with you on that. Yeah, I agree with Chris. You could have other things that you're eating. What's your nutrition like? Because it could be binding to magnesium. It could be interrupting. Yeah, phytic acid, oxalates. You're not eating a lot of oatmeal or anything, are you? You're not eating gruel, are you? Peasant food? See, elemental magnesium 384. So you're not getting 1800. I would honestly recommend, I'm just going to tell you what I do. I get just bulk supplements. I go on Amazon, I get a bag of fucking magnesium glycinate. I have a little micro scale and I put on, 0.5 grams is 500. I put in water, I mix it up, tastes like fish asshole, and I swallow it. That's it. And it's cheaper. It'll taste like ass, but you get you know exactly what you're getting. You might like that better. It might not be absorbing the way you think it is. See, I see nutritional information, like what's in it. What else is in it? You're absolutely right. The site is fucking... Well, it's from the is it from the UK? Because you're not getting any kind of nutritional data. You might have like different rules about what you have to put. Free UK nutritional information. There's no like, if it's a pill or is it a powder? Oh, it's a powder. It looks like a powder. All right, I'm over it. But thanks for sharing. But again, this is, yeah, maybe you want to just try a different product. Maybe it's not absorbing the way you think it is. Maybe. All right. Because then I can customize exactly. And you always want to start with less. You don't need to take like a ton. But I do at least 500 before bed. My diet is mainly... Oh, you said you're doing... Well, you said you're doing carnivore. Your diet is mainly beef, rice, sweet potatoes, and fruits. So how are you doing carnivore? You're not doing carnivore if you're eating rice, sweet potatoes, and fruit. Now, it's not just an American brand, but you might want to just get the powder, and weigh it and actually know, okay, let me try 500 milligrams for a bed. You might also, if you're doing it at night, maybe you could try taking it earlier in the day. Maybe it's not absorbing in time. Because remember, if you take it before bed or you're getting cramps at night, it might just be not absorbing fast enough. Because if it's time released, you don't want it necessarily, you want it now. And just take it twice a day or take like 200 or 300 in the morning and then in the evening and then see how you feel. Split it up. All right, brand new yoga class. Here we go.
What's in the box?
But that's not carnivore, so I'm confused. Sleepy Time Yin Express with Alex. Great class, fam. SwoleNormousX.com. Join the fam today. Get ready for the fucking app. It's coming soon. Going to be working on that immediately after getting off here, so suck on these nuts and get the fucking Swolenormous app. It's coming soon. Sleepy Time Yin with Alex. That's going to be a great class. That's going to be a great class. Yeah. Don't, fam, this is, if we're learning about, like, this is important. You need that American magnesium. It needs to have just a big American flag on it. You need that freedom magnesium. That's what you're getting. All right? I love the freedom magnesium. Okay, we got a couple things here. We got new merch. We'll do the new merch last. A couple other announcements, fam. This Thursday, July, the DACOcho Roundtable 72. Come on now, where's my America? 72. Fuck yeah! Roundtable 72. This Thursday, July the 18th. Be there. Join the fam, SwoleNormousX.com. Get access to all the private live streams and the private calls, all that good shit. Thursday, July the 18th. Roundtable 72. Roundtable 72. This Thursday. Dopest McGlocus. Get ready for that. Yeah, it's been a couple of weeks because we had the holiday and all that stuff. Also, other good announcements, fam. We have a lot of stuff going out. It's been a hectic few months. A lot of shit going on. So apologize for the delays. But the Signature Series, by the way, P3SX, I know, is fucking lit. It's going out. But we also have P3S11. Let's get another America. On the 23rd. So we're like fucking 8 days away. So the next release, but P3S10 is going out. All the cards that have been delayed are going out, and it's awesome. It's worth the wait, I promise you. And P3S11 is going to be lit like a tit also. So all those things are shipping this week. There's a lot. So it's going to be awesome. I know you guys are patient, but we're going to be catching up. We're going to be catching up with P3S11 and getting these things out a little bit more promptly. So we got backed up for numerous reasons. I don't need to go into it, but it's coming. All right. So P3S11, 7/23/24, episode 3000. So it's going to be special. It's a special one. Where's my wow? Wow. 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 All right. Episode 3000, July 23rd. And let's talk a little bit about this awesome merch. Fam, 20% off still everything. Of course, you remember you get 20% off anyway. New merch.
What's in the box?
New merch. Always practice safe sets. That's funny. That's a classic. Instant classic. Instant classic. Go and check. Do we have that? Hold on a second. Yeah. If you look in closer, you got the little beard logo. It's snuck in there. It's snuck in there under the E. You can see it. We got the little branding in there. Don't worry. It's there. It's always an Easter egg. Always practice safe sets. It's a great shirt. And you've probably heard the phrase before, but we're taking it and we're making it better. So awesome shirt. Go and check it out. 20% off everything. papaswolio.com. Check out the new merch. And we have a lot of new drops. We've had a lot of stuff the last few weeks. And let me tell you, the next ones we kind of got some initial drafts on some next designs. Epic designs. I can't tell you anything more about it, but you need to go back to the drawing board for a couple things, but they're going to be sweet. You can tell sometimes we get a design. I'm like, ugh, that's fucking not even close, but just got to, sometimes we get that. I get the first drafts and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And then the next one's on point. So it's going to be awesome. We got a couple new ones coming. So always, every single week, always practice safe sets. Thanks for being here. We got all that over there on the sites, the links, everything. Hope you enjoyed the rant and the new releases. Thanks for being here. Let's give away today's Swole card. It's hashtag SwoleFam, so pick me out a winner. Pick me a winner, Bobby. If you know that reference, drop in the chat. Fiery but mostly peaceful Swole cards. Fiery but mostly peaceful Swole card. Let's see. Scroll. Miss. Am I not landing anyone? Oh, we got a winner. Oh, this is the GOAT. The GOAT. Figures on a fucking Monday. Cerny winning today's Swole card. Look at you. Look at you. Ain't that special? I know you probably have. Cerny's got too many swole cards, but when you land on it, you land on it. It is what it is. Cerny, you guys can claim that it's rigged, but you can do this.
Go fuck yourself.
Landed right on it. So you're here every single day and you're posting and dropping that hashtag in the comments. You're going to win a swole card. You might win a few over the time. And Cerny's been here for 100 years. So of course she's going to collect them all. So congratulations. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card $29.92 in the subject, your mailing address in the bio, the email. Fam, thanks for being here. Go check out this past weekend's Swolosophy, now available on the podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Go listen to yesterday's and such. I think you'll get some more insights. We talked a lot about that stuff today, but that's a little bit more contextual yesterday and the day before. So respond to the Swole text if you haven't yet. If you're a member and you got that Swole text, respond. If you weren't specific and I called you out today for it, text again and follow up. And we will see you tomorrow for $29.93. Peace, McGee, Deuce, Magoose, your boy Papa Swolio. Out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they can't left and they so mad, it's like
Then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
that's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons out closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element.